Hello, welcome to my top secret Fallout 76 channel. It's not top secret at all, but it's my new channel that no one knows about. So in a way, if you want to get technical, it is top secret. No one knows about it. No one is watching any of my videos. Right now, at this very moment, I don't even have any videos. I'm videoless. So it's a top secret channel. All right, let's play Fallout. Whoa. Ooh. Trippy. Oh no, you're gonna see my Spotify history. There we go. Welcome to Fallout 76. I am your host, BillyVanilly. Today, we are going to, we're gonna look at my camp. My daughter, who is 15 and driving me crazy right now with her teenage hormones and stuff, is watching me while she eats a burrito. So far, she thinks I am an idiot. Correct?
No.
Oh, what do you think I am?
A YouTuber.
A YouTuber? I'm not a YouTuber. I am a near 40-year-old man who plays video games too much and decided, let's record me playing video games and see how terrible I am. So, honestly, Fallout 76 and I have... Oh, what in the deuces? Fallout 76 and I have a sordid history. I'm a huge fan of Fallout, the franchise, but back in November, when Fallout 76 came out, I had been waiting, could not wait. I was so excited. Matter of fact, my wife had gotten it for me for my birthday. I was super duper stoked. And then it broke my computer during a attempted uninstall because the game just wasn't working. I wasn't even able to play it for even 20 minutes. It just froze, the frame rate, the lag, everything about it was garbage. So speaking with tech support, tried to uninstall, and it broke my computer, and it went into a BIOS loop lock thing. It would just boot to the BIOS, and I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. All I know is that it was a terrible experience, and I didn't play it for 5 months because I was just bitter and enraged, and I did not want to support them. We're at patch 9.5 now. I've been playing it for about 2 months or more. My buddy said, hey, the Wild Appalachia patches are fixing the problems. You might want to come back and join us. Please come back and join, because I'm lonely playing by myself. I thought we were going to play together. So I came back, and instead of following quests and leveling up like I could be, I got really sidetracked and addicted to camp building. I really enjoyed that part of Fallout 4 and found myself spending a lot of time scrapping and building in Fallout 4. So the core dynamic is basically the same in Fallout 76. I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you probably already played Fallout 76 and you're just wanting to see other people play. You're going to be really disappointed here. Because I spend like probably 75% of my time in-game building camps. This is probably like camp number 25 or 30 for all I know. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of caps and wasted tremendous amounts of resources building and tearing down and moving to new locations. This is probably what you're looking at right now. God, Molly Moose? Really? I'm trying to record here. Let's keep it down, Molly Moose. So, this is like 3rd gen of the underwater entrance building that I've been trying to work on. It's like a concept, and you see the arrows saying, go this way and go down, and people are probably really confused. And I originally had this wall here, this little defense wall wrapped here as well, but people were jumping off the rock and going right over it because they had marsupial like everybody on the freaking game has, or a jetpack, which few people had, but I'm thinking with a jetpack you could probably still get over that wall. But I put a half wall there to kind of force people to go down to the water. I'm not sure if that was such a good idea or not. Let me give you a little history here though. This location was picked out really because I wanted this location over here. And because I'm an idiot, I didn't think it was possible to build out on this boat because I was in power armor. I'm disease averse, so anytime I'm ever in water, I have to be wearing power armor so I don't get diseases. So I didn't think to come out of my power armor and try to swim over to the boat, because jumping to it with power armor on is impossible. And I don't know why I didn't think of it. So I said, okay, screw the boat idea. I was going to try to see if I can plant my camp box here and build out into this area, which would really give it some good distance away from the shore, kind of forcing people, if they wanted to come over to check it out, to go swimming into the water. So I said, well, let's check out over here. And after examining the shore, I realized that this little spot right here was pretty ideal for what I was looking for. It had the right depth and everything. Originally, camps 1 and 2 of this particular build had a concrete foundation all around where you see the mesh wood. That was all concrete foundations, which meant that I had to find just the right depth to build in. Here, I've decided, hey, can you keep me down? I'm making a video here. Can you please? Jesus Christ. I can already tell you this whole channel's going to be a failure. It's going to be a freaking failure. You too. 2 kids. Two noise sources. Hey, give them a freezer while Daddy's recording. I'm just making noise. Just, what are you getting? Huh? What food are you getting now? You fatty. He's super skinny, but he's fat inside. He's got a fat boy soul. Okay, so anyway, I built this little foundation here. 1 concrete foundation this time instead of however many that is. A lot. 9, 10, 11. And then through some steps up here. The only thing is that in order to achieve the right effect, what I'm trying to do here is get the floors. If you notice, you walk so slow when you're in power armor underwater. So the walls are kind of like just above the water. And I wanted that. I didn't want there to be any visible floor or foundation showing. I want it to be like this thing's floating, you know? So I put the foundation down here and then had to build the steps, walk up them, check and see where the floor fit on that first piece there, and then I would come back down, tear all this down, and move the foundation up and down probably dozens of times before I got it just right. And then I started building mesh floors. I'll show you what I've got inside. So as you come inside, originally the aesthetic, the idea was, if you've seen The Abyss, I wanted like that decompression dive room that they had at the bottom of the seafloor station that they had, and I was like, that would be so cool to have that kind of aesthetic, but the materials in Fallout don't really lend to that particular theme, so I decided I'll just build something as cool as I can. I do like the mesh floors with the water underneath because you get this cool ripple effect. Whenever it's raining, you see all these little ripples everywhere like you see here, and that's pretty fun. Most people may not have the Aqua Boy / Aqua Girl perk card, so they'll take radiation damage in water. I had that card. Didn't think about it until somebody had told me, hey man, you might want to give a rat away every time you come to the camp. So now I'm a little bit more sensitive to radiation, how it affects other players if I'm forcing them to go through this method of coming into my camp. So I put a decontamination shower there, which these are a bitch to build. If you've ever done it, if you've ever done the nuked flora farming and crafting process, going to your chem station and building stable flux, and it is a massive pain in the ass. So I did this out of love for anybody who visits the camp. There you go. Down here is basically the workshop level, like the garage level. You've got all the different crafting benches, and there is a vending machine. Vending machine's kind of, I'm not sure if it's going to stay there or not. So my buddy who I play with mostly in game, I've got 2 vending machines on the top level. Those are the original vending machines. And I have a lot of junk and scrap that I want to get rid of, so I thought, well, I'll just stick one down here near all the benches, so if somebody's lacking some kind of material that they might need that's also in here, they can buy it from me rather than leave and try to find it somewhere else and go to a different bench. It was to be like the cost of convenience kind of concept. The only problem is his idea, his reasoning for why it's not a good idea is that people might come up through the stairs, look at it, see this, and think that's the only shop, and then leave the way they came. Most people, I think, are probably more like me, though, where they get to a camp, especially one that might be unique, and they want to explore it. They want to look at all the different levels and elements of the camp, and I feel like most people are going to do that anyway. But that's why I put this little dude here, say, hey, there's more upstairs. But then I thought, oh, geez, if I do that, it may not look right. I don't know. It's if they don't look right, that means they're not using any of the benches anyway, and all the junk and scrap in there that's in there may not even be useful to anybody. It might be worth skipping. We'll see. Hey, give me some feedback. Comment below, as they say. So let's go upstairs. So I got the generator room in here behind the stairs with a little terminal. Upstairs, I did put this dude up here, so if somebody did manage to get up here, like they jumped onto the water filters and then crawled over here, that they would, you know, be shopping and go, oh wait, there's a dude over here, there must be more downstairs, and, you know, do their thing. So I got the two vending machines on what used to be just a front porch. I've kind of altered the design of this from when I originally built it. Like I said, this had a defense wall all the way around on these two sides. Now they have half walls. These used to be full walls to the next floor. I broke them down to kind of open it up to make it feel a little bit more open and spacious, and just kind of give it a... I like the aesthetic. It just, I don't know, it looked better, less boxy and less closed in, so that's the way I went with it. Yes, this is the top floor. I mean, you've seen all this stuff before. Let's go up here to the top floor. Third floor is really just like an observation deck, and it's where I did all the electrical conduit to wire the whole place without running cable everywhere. I hate running wire, you know, putting those external conduits and popping wire all over the place. It just looks tacky to me. I love these little power radiators that they offer in this iteration, and the only thing I would say that I would, if I had a complaint, it'd be that I wish these little pieces would snap into specific angles that are parallel to the building itself. So in this case, it would snap directly parallel to the floor or the wall, so that you get a nice even run across. Because if you get this just a little bit off, you spend a lot of time trying to even it out. You get this a little bit off, I would adjust it, throw these two conduit pipes on here, and then look straight down to see how close I was to even. And even now, when I'm looking at it, whoops, it's skewing off to the right. The first time I did this, it looked perfect. And I had to tear it all apart and rebuild it because of the little glitch I ran into. But anyway, these power radiators that are on the top floor here, they feed power down all the way to the bottom level for the lighting throughout the building. Then I've got these little power conduit towers here that give power to the machine guns. Now, I know that I'm on the river, just so you know where I'm at. I'm like right here by the Coca-Cola factory. Probably should have said at the top of the video, but I'm new to this, so expect shit like this. And we all know that this river here that runs on the east side of the map is basically the boundary. That's where the map stops. So you can see here like this invisible line that would run right around here. Then once you come up to it on the other, before you can get to the other side of the bank, it says you cannot go that way. So these are kind of useless because nothing's going to spawn on the other side of the river. So that's a plus because I don't have to worry about defending my rear. But the idea was I wanted this to be like I could move this camp to any body of water and it would already be readily defensed for any position in any situation. And that was kind of the idea, but we'll see. I put this up here on top. I don't know why. It looked cool. Let's go downstairs to the break. You can see it from the other side here. I thought it looked like a big old antenna or something. I don't know. It's stupid. Then I got these cool little towers here that are just a spotlight and a heavy machine gun turret on both of these. And then the spotlights are, you know, obviously connected so that the missile turrets can lock into things a little more accurately and a little quicker than they would. Then the artillery, which has a depressingly short radius. This is the first time I've ever used it at a camp. Went out, got, you know, was somewhere like in this neighborhood and it worked. And then I got to here and it didn't work. So the radius is like right around this area. And you know, my radius is obviously cut in half because I'm on the river, but I can't nuke any further than this area right here. It would be cool if I could come out this far. So if I'm out here somewhere grinding and need some backup, I could do that, but it's very limited and kind of useless. It's more for looks, I think, at this point. Got my Molly Moo Moo over here with the fertilizer bin, and this is my garden. I like to eat corn soup. You get that plus 3 AP regen on corn soup, plus you're hydrating and eating at the same time. It's very convenient, so I've hotkeyed corn soup to my right there. Well, I've only got 2 left. Lordy, I'm gonna need to make some soup. So, got Molly, please, honey, I'm trying to record. So, Molly, oh, she's bitchy today. So, anyway, that's the camp. The reason I wanted to show this off today, though, is because I'm going to tear it down. So this, like I said, is version 3, and I'm going for a version 4 at a different location. Each version is in a different location. I'm still trying to find that right spot. You know, I mentioned the missiles being on different corners there because I theoretically could move this camp anywhere that would work. It's just, it actually doesn't work that well. There's some issues with floating objects within the build that don't allow you to place this thing anywhere. I tried it, it didn't work. So I'm gonna have to rebuild it all over again, and that kind of goes with, I don't really like the idea of being able to move my camp wherever I'm at, because that seems boring. I want to build like this really stupid, elaborate permacamp where it's like my base of operations, you know, my bat cave of sorts, and you know, having it so that it's just like this little flimsy, easily mobile shack, it seems really boring to me. So I'm going to build something very elaborate. I'm going to, before this video is over, take you over to the new site where I'm planning on building. It's over in this area. I used to have a map marker. It's not there anymore. But I know this dude's camp is right next to it. He must be on top of the mountain. So I'll be able to go to his camp and get right to where I'll be building mine. It's a pretty semi-iconic area just because of the railroad bridge that I'll be building underneath. It's right between Seneca Rocks and something else I saw on the map, and I can't remember what it is. But the idea behind it is that it'll be an underwater camp that builds off the bridge. So I'm still trying to figure out how I do that, but we'll see. God, Bethesda, if you're listening, can we make it so that if you're hosting, oh Jesus Christ, if you're hosting a vending shop that you can place a welcome mat like you could on Fallout 4, where you can teleport, have people who are visiting your camp to buy stuff teleport to a particular spot, so you're not getting built into people's buildings or, you know, precariously stuck on the side of a cliff. Look at this crap now. Like, really? I was kind of hoping I could come check out this dude's camp before I went down. And I'm on the wrong side of the freaking mountain. Bethesda, please, I'm begging you. If you're going to put the vending machines in where people are fast traveling, make it so that you can put them in a spot where as soon as they get there, they see what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to go. That's all I'm asking. Alright, so now it just TP'd me here at the bottom of the stairs. If you could put me here every single time, I mean, that would be so cool. But give me the choice of where I want to send people when they come visit my camp. What's this guy got? Nothing. Alright. So somewhere, I think on this side, where am I at? This side of the mountain. There it is. So this bridge over here. This bridge is what I'm looking for. Down there, you'll see it's right over this nice big body of water. And I'm looking at somewhere in between one of these two sections here, building my new camp. But I didn't want to tear down this camp without showing it off first. That should kill you, by the way. I don't care if you're wearing power armor or not. Maybe I'm being too realistic. I don't know, there's some things this game gets that are like super realistic. Like, my buddy and I were talking about how certain actuation points on the power armor are very accurate and very detailed. Then you got just dumb stuff that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm being too picky. So ideally, I'd see there's this little piece of land here with a nice little rock protective wall. There's even some existing elements that you could utilize to some degree. Yeah, little pulse grenade. There's some spawns over in this area. Right, scorpion egg. Hey, I'll take that. And if I can get the radius to come and hit this area so that I can plant my corn, so I can have my corn soup, maybe just have a few rows right over here, and then build the camp down in here. So maybe like right there. And I think the radius is going to be big enough to encompass both of these two pillars almost entirely. I'm curious if you can build in this space here, and if it's even hollow in between, maybe see if you can clip into it and put some secret stuff in there. I don't know, but the depth is perfect. See, right above head length. I might even be able to go back to the concrete foundation concept, which I like. Aesthetically, it just looks really good. It looks solid. And then build concrete foundations across these two spaces here. And this little space between where this column and this flat space of the wall is right here, it looks about the width of a floor. So I'm thinking maybe have one width of floor go between them, go up a couple levels, and then build out from it or something along those lines. I'm still trying to come up with the concept. Usually it kind of hits me as I'm building where I want to take it, and it definitely depends on the location. So that's where I'm going. I'm thinking about dropping the camp like right here in the middle of this track and seeing if it will cover all this area. I might have to put it on the wall so it can at least give me some of this land. I'll have to see how that looks. That's where you spin the caps, by the way, is trying to tweak the location of the camp so your build radius gets you right where you want. And I've just used a lot of caps up on that. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna keep this video short. Hey, I'm new, so help a guy out. Follow, share, like, whatever you do here on this YouTube thing. I'm not new to YouTube, by the way. I used to have a channel. I tried to do some games on it. I don't know, it just didn't work out. Now I'm an old dude. I still like to play games, and I thought, why not? Let's give it another shot. So if you're into helping a new guy climb the ranks and have a little modest amount of success on YouTube, please do the thing. If you liked the video, please comment, let me know what you liked about it. If you didn't like the video, I'd still appreciate that feedback. I'm pretty thick-skinned and enjoy the right amount of constructive criticism. So there's that. I think in another video too, I think it'd be fun to do a location tour. My buddy on here, he is really good at finding locations to build unique spots that are just really interesting that I would have never thought about building at. He finds them, and we go on these little tours, and he said, you could build here and you could do this. His camp, by the way, is on over in the Ash Heap. Oh, is he here? Oh my god, he's on the same server? Alright, so okay, we might make this video a little bit longer because his camp is a lot of fun. Let's fast travel over to him and I'll give you a quick tour of his camp. I almost feel like his camp is worth an entire video. And he's been talking lately about rebuild. He has the same addiction I do about building camps. So he's been talking lately about rebuilding somewhere else, which means all that goes away. And it's so unique. And it's almost like this little tower of junk. And I love it. Wait a second. What the flip? Oh, I fast traveled to him, not his camp. Well, it's 5 caps. I won't be a cheapskate this time. But yeah, there were all these little holes where people could fall through, so he would like stack junk up on top of it to fill the gaps up, and it turned into this kind of really eclectic, unique, weird, odd kind of camp that I've never seen anything like before. It's got a lot of charm to it, and it's kind of humorous in a way too. It's just very silly. But I'm just not that kind of builder. My creativity is a little different than his. I'm obviously much more practical. So here's his camp, and this is just one of those like utility entrance towers that are over here. Everything's kind of loading up. Oh, what's up, buddy? I think I love that. Nothing, really? So this is the kind of stuff I'm gonna go to the bottom of the steps and we can just start from the top. So this is that one, if you've been over here, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the broken steps, which is a great idea from a defensive standpoint. People can't climb up it very easily unless they have marsupial or jetpack. So that's defensible. There's a cap stash that spawns. Ooh, 60. Thank you, sir. So that's really nice. There's lots of spawns over here for little goodies. Okay, he's got a safe. And he had this cool porta-john. And the porta-john, I just put a freaking fan in it. Because you have to have ventilation when you poo. And then poor little lawn gnome there. Just, good day, sir. Let's go up. So this is the level that I was kind of telling you about where he built a bunch of junk up. No rest. That's new. There is a restroom right there. Jesus. So you see where he's built a shelf these different shelves and then put a pool table in there, and the pool table is acting like a floor, so it's really fun. And then he's got the ladder here, which the stairs, which literally was just to fill in a gap there, so he could build off of it, and he put all the gnomes there. This is also new. He's got a shotgun turret sitting here. Now my wife is looking at me. Oh, I didn't. I'll call them. Gotta call Comcast. Okay, so that I have a to-do list now after the video's over. So I'm gonna be a bud and prepare this for him, since I spawned in those evildoers that probably ruined it. Yeah, so this is just kind of his workshop level right here. Just kind of jump in. He's got the C.A.M.P station sitting at the top of the stairway here. Everything about this is just so odd and bizarre and unnatural. The columns that support the rug. All these different rugs and panels that he's put together. I just love it. It's fun. It's very different. Oh, let me go back over here. There's another staircase. We'll come back this way. So he's got his water filters tucked in underneath here. He's put a little bit of a wall around this level. Come to the top. More turrets. He did have this thing full of turrets. It was like 6 of it here. So it looks like he's scaled back or moved them around. Shower's not working. So he's got this strange entrance into his vending machine area. He's got them wrapped around the top of this tower. And in the middle is a bandstand, which I love. This is weird. He put this, the Hero of the Wasteland statue right here, and then it wouldn't let him move it. So now it's become a permanent structure. He can't do anything through here. He was trying to move it somewhere else, and it didn't work. I hear somebody. Who's that? Oh. So the turret's taking care of it. Anyway, he's got this bathtub with some punch in it. Can't drink that anymore. Dad's got in trouble for encouraging kids to drink, I think. So, yeah, it's a cool little spot for the vending machine, though, just because it wraps around. I love that. When you come to the decontamination shower area, he's got this set up. Little sitting area right here. It's almost like a museum. There's this little rail. And here is the wasteland. It's like a wasteland family setting. It's very strange. Very, very strange. I just love it. It's fun. Now he's trying to come out tearing the whole thing down. Whatever, it's his camp. So here is it from the top looking down. You can just see it looks very cluttered, but in a very organized way. He asked me to come over here and tell him what I hated about it, and I couldn't give him anything. I love everything about it. It's fun. Alright, so this video went longer than I thought just because I wanted to show off my buddy's camp. I did. We're done. If you want to friend me on Fallout, BillyVanilly is my username. My camp is currently parked here, but won't be for very long, so if you happen to hit me up on the servers and join me and want to stop by and see how things are, please do. That's one of the best parts about 76 that I've enjoyed so much, is just the social interaction. I've met some really cool people and have had some very cool and nice and uplifting interactions with people. Truly, it's amazing. I mean, you wouldn't think a community like this would, where there's, it's breeding competition, would be so cool. But I mean, my first day in the camp, or in Fallout, running around the wasteland, people were seeing that I was level 5 or below and were giving me things for free to help me out. And I don't know, it's just very neat and unique experience. So anyway, that's it. So like I said, like, subscribe, do the thing, help me out if you can, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it.